Yoga and captain of IMC Nation. So real quickly, I'll be setting up the Instagram stream and you'll bear with it, but I am talking about the camp that's today, the trainings that are happening right now, split, what is that as a teaching, what is teaching seduction, who is AZD and what is he doing? Man, there's just so much to really update you on. You need reality. Are you Indian? No. I'm like Mediterranean, Italian. You're picking up like the dark skin from like Sicilian blood. So Instagram is updating and then we'll go live on Instagram. So I just wanted to tell you guys about these, what it is. You're watching these clips on these accounts. Well, this account and then this account. Okay, so multiple accounts. You're watching these clips and that's AZD. That's a Persian guy with tattoos, bald, and he's giving all these powerful sound bites and pieces of wisdom and advices and things dealing with communication and the mind and relationships especially. It's so far advanced that a lot of people, they don't even understand really how effective it is and what it is that he's teaching, because the idea of multiple relationships or the idea of having a very exceptionally beautiful woman as your woman, obedient to you, following your direction, that's just not real for people. They think that you have to have like $1 billion to have an obedient woman. And the truth is that those guys, they crash. Those women still leave them. They take half their money and they crash. Just look at Jeff Bezos. Just look at Tiger Woods. Just look at whoever, Bill Gates. I mean, everybody. And it's not that the woman's definitely going to leave. It's that she's going to control you. Hold on. How do I switch these accounts? Right here. Oh, I'm logged out on the other one. Oh, boo. That means I got to log out to like log back in. Oh, man. Okay, well, we'll just go live for a quick minute here. So I'll let you know what's happening. So I live at headquarters, IMC headquarters, where the movement, hundreds of thousands of followers across all these platforms and different accounts and whatever. And then hundreds of those men have taken it upon themselves to evolve here with AZD in this daily class. It's called Mastermind University. It's every day. It's at 5 p.m. So today it's at 5 p.m. If you ever need to see a sample of that, just hit me up and I'll get you a free class on me. You just join. You got to be on time. It's on Zoom. It's a mastermind with dozens and dozens and dozens of guys that show up, because there's many guys that, it's not the right time zone for them. They're working. So that's what I'm saying. Hundreds of guys are committed to learning this mastermind, which is mostly AZD teaching, but lately it's a lot more interaction where he's asking questions and dialogue with the guys, and you see the growth and the evolution of each individual that interacts with him. He's really an alchemist, that as you talk with him, the way he asks questions, how he pries, how he opens you up, and of course his understanding of your agenda, your genetic behavior, your just as a man, what you need, what is where are your sticking points, or where are you finding obstacles with women and relationships. He hears a lot in the sound of your voice, in the implications, or the indirect. Everybody's indirectly communicating. They're not really saying what they mean, and so being able to hear what the person really means beyond what they're actually saying. He's just so masterful at that. And then creating change with the person, not just being influential or, hypnotizing a person or whatever, but it's just leading. It's how to lead a person. If you met a person that was leading you so well that they, like you were somewhere new and they were a tour guide, and you just could tell that they really knew the lay of the land, all the sites. They knew what the best deal for the restaurant was. They just knew how to lead. Well, you would be able to tell, this person's a good leader. And you might be hesitant because you've been duped in the past by bad leaders who just were able to, at the beginning, kind of display some leadership qualities. You were duped because you were ignorant. You didn't know what legit leadership looked like. You were fooled because he was aggressive, or he had a sound of his voice. Maybe he had certainty and whatever, but you missed the yellow flags of, this guy is leading me down a dead end or whatever. With wisdom and experience, you start to perceive what good leadership is. And that's where girls, what club are we going to tonight? That's where girls are so jaded, because when they were young and ignorant, and their dads never educated them, they went with some guy who they thought was a leader, and that guy just led them down just weird path, and it ended up not working out. And so they don't want to submit to any male authority or any leader because they're so jaded by their bad experience of being led wrongly. Well, they chose the wrong leader. And that's what it is with the consumer. They choose the wrong business to buy from, or the the student who's learning from a teacher and he chooses the wrong teacher. That's how you get better. You learn from bad teachers, you get better. You better teachers, then you still get better. You keep getting better. It's rare that you're going to find the best teacher first attempt. And even if you do, not every teacher is for every person because everybody's on a different path of evolution. But that doesn't shy me away from telling you who the best in the world at advice and teaching seduction and relationships to men are. The best coach on earth for men for dating. AZD. Because the success is there, the evidence, the following, the ethics that it takes to keep the tribe together. It's not easy. All the best dating coaches in the world are, for the most part, lone wolves. And some of them have a couple of wingmen, a couple of friends, but not a tribe around them. They can't organize a tribe. A tribe won't listen to them. They can't be a gang leader. You don't have to be a violent gang or a criminal gang, but like a gang, a posse. You know what I mean? Like, if I was a wrestler, so if I was on a wrestling team, I wouldn't follow a team captain that sucked. He'd have to be great. He'd have to have a tremendous work ethic. He'd have to always be on point. When I felt like I was weak or faltering, I would want to be able to look to the team captain that he's never weak or faltering. Or when he goes through it, gracefully with strength and fucking comes out even stronger on the other end. Like in a voluntary arrangement of a bunch of guys, they look to the alpha. They may even be alpha in their own right, but in the group, there's always a pecking order. It's not everyone's equal, every man for himself. So the founder of IMC Nation, who's not seeking for you to follow him, but he's putting out his information, just like we put out his information, but he started by putting out his own information. I heard the call from Florida, across the country. He was in California, YouTube, Facebook. I heard the message, and I was like, hell yeah. And I got more and more involved, learned the teachings, improved my life, struggled through all the difficulties of going from being a school student that didn't really have any job. I mean, I had opportunities. I obviously have degrees. I could have pursued like engineering stuff and whatever. But it's not like I had a path laid out for me that was so fulfilling to me. I had to make my own path. And I didn't want to go the engineering route because it was so numbing. So numbing. Man, I'm still overcoming that numbing, that numbness. And learning to express and perceive what people are going through, what women, what men, that's part of the ethics of being in a tribe. If you can't perceive what people are saying and what they really mean, what emotions they're going through, what their intentions are, it's not that you know what their intentions are. It's just, how do you perceive their intentions? That's why you don't see guys groups out there working. I don't know guys groups that are working. They're so weak if they are. And they have a really low retention rate. It's just a cycle through. People come and they get what they get and they go. There's not a loyal band of brothers out there. And at the same time, if you find a band of brothers like the military or maybe some professional sports team, but even then, the fucking dudes are traded. They're bought and sold and traded like slaves. There's not a loyalty to each other like that. So what you find in the military is guys that they're not ladies' men. They're not cool. They're deadly. They're killers. For war, that's great. But if you're not in war like war, you're in like life, then how much, they have brotherhood, like they'll be drinking buddies. They could talk about the good old days, the military days, but take them to a social venue. Take them in social environments. They're hella awkward. They're not going to last more than 6 months with each other, let alone living with each other like we are. So like I was saying, hundreds of the inner circle guys are part of the members circle. It's called Master's University, Mastermind University. That's a daily class, $97. The link is in the bio. The link is in the description. The link is everywhere. If you like listening to me, then you don't even know what you're missing when you listen to AZD. You just join class. And guys, if you're on TikTok, that's what I meant to go to Instagram for. But I'm logged out. Let me see if I could just log in really quick here. I think I remember the Instagram name or the Instagram password. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Okay. Add Instagram account. Log into Instagram. No. Choose the Instagram account. Saved. Google Smart Lock. No. Let's switch accounts. Username. Anybody that on TikTok, if you want to find my Instagram with clips, and I can put you in touch with AZD because he's more active on Instagram, then IMC Base 1, the number 1, IMC Base 1. Guys on YouTube too, IMC Base number 1. And then the password, I believe, is this. If it's not this, then it's the next one. Login request sent. Save. Accidentally pressed the wrong. I pressed deny. Ah. Okay. Back to the show here. So, where was I? That's just frustrating. Now they're gonna make me change my password again. Yes, the daily mastermind that's there, this and that, the other evolution make. So hundreds of guys. They're part of the mastermind university where you hear the dialogue, see the change work happen. Where through the conversation with AZD changes you. You change in ways that you become more charismatic, more certain, confident, more understanding of people and understanding of relationships and how to actually succeed and win. And it's not that you win, she loses. It's that she wins and you win. It's not win-lose. That can't be, and it's got to be win-win-win. Even though society wins because your relationship is ethical. That's why the Dan Bazillions and whoever Tates and whatever, their relationships suck balls. Because what I'm seeing of the women is a terrible public portrayal of femininity in relationships. So the ethics level is very low. Very low. I know, because if you're with a woman who's acting like the women that are acting like that are with them, man, first of all, I know your nuts are in her hand. Or in the case of Dan Bazillion, his nuts aren't in their hand. His nuts is in the hands of sensory pleasure, it seems like. And who can knock a guy that's fucking 100 millionaire living the life that he wants? I'm not saying if you want to go for that, then go for that, if that's what you want to do. But I'm saying that when I see the kind of connection between him and the girls, how he talks, how they act around him, and then I have a comparison. That's the big thing, is I live with AZD. I see the relationships. I see how he picks some of them up. I see how they've grown and evolved with him over years. I've known him for 9 years. His number one girlfriend's been with him 18 years. Number two is 14 and a half years or something. Number three is like 7 years. It's just like a lot of years. And they're gorgeous women and they've known about each other. And it's the way that they live. Man, it's not smutty. It's clean. It's not drugs. It's not drunk. And he's leading and teaching a nation of men. Dude, and when I see how he influences men and women in person, it's just such a mastery of language and mind. The mind as a thing, the mind. I'm convinced. Have you at some point read or thought about the Anunnaki? Yeah, of course. We all have. All in IMC Nation, the Inner Circle IMC Nation, because that's part of it. You know, the enslavement of mankind and genetic engineering and all of that is part of it, because when you hack the genetic code, which AZD has done for mating, the matrix will be revealed to you. The matrix of religion, the matrix of money and government, the matrix of mating, the sex agenda, feminism, testosterone and hormones, the food agenda, the whole matrix. When you go world class with relationships, you got to be privy to all those things, and at the same time, not be a slave to any theory or any idea. You must transcend ideas and beliefs to actually succeed at this stuff. And that sounds so nihilistic or like, doesn't believe in anything. But that's not the case. It's just your attachment needs to loosen up around those things. But Anunnaki, yeah, I mean, that's a very fascinating subject, and it's part of the required curriculum here if you want to get this stuff. But our sources are probably not your sources. Maybe some are overlapping. It would be cool. But that's one of like 20 subjects that you need to actually be good at this, which sounds strange to some people. Because why would you need to know about aliens and the Anunnaki to get good at women? To be world class at women, you need it. To be able to handle what AZD is teaching, you need it. And if you want to be world class, I don't know who else you're going to learn from. The handful of world class pickup artists, they crash, they can't keep multiple relationships. They're not at AZD's level, not even close. So who else are you going to learn dating and relationships from? The guy who says save your marriage, that cheeseball. Date your wife, that guy. The date your wife program or the save your marriage program. Jesus. Or some female dating coach. What the fuck is she going to teach you about Anunnaki and she doesn't have good advice. She's not even attractive. Because no attractive woman wants to spend her time teaching men how to get women. She just wants to get a man for herself. If she can't get a man for herself, what does she know about how to get a woman? She can't even get herself got. You know what I'm saying? Think about that. Next time you look at any female dating coach, why can't she get herself got? If she's so good at getting guys to get girls, why can't she get herself got? And if she did get herself got, how got is she if she's out teaching other men how to get girls? How got could she really be? if she's a female dating coach. She's not got, because she doesn't know how to get women, because she doesn't know how to get herself, because she lacks awareness. But she's selling her sexuality for thirsty, hungry men to come and pay her for dating advice. They're just paying to get close to her because they want a mommy to teach them how to get women. Mommy can't teach you how to get women. You need a man. And who are you going to look towards? Because she's bisexual and dating both of you. I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't said anything like that, Danielle, but thank you for your comments. And keep commenting, guys. We'll make it make sense if we can. I don't think we could do shared screen on YouTube. So right now I'm over here on Instagram. And, or sorry, not Instagram, on TikTok. I locked my fucking self out of Instagram. So when I log off of this, then I'll relog myself into Instagram. So that's unfortunate. So there's the daily class training with AZD, the mastermind. I really recommend get on a free class. If you can't get on a free class, then just get on my free newsletter. I send out free notes. They're very powerful. Some of the most powerful things that AZD says, I write them down and I email them out to people. Just a whole list. A whole list of people on the IMC newsletter. And yeah, of course, I'm going to say, here's this live stream to attend, or here's this camp, or here's this event. But I'm always giving value because I'm not trying to spam you. Like, if I went the spam route, you'd either buy the first few emails and then you just tune out. You don't subscribe or stop opening my emails. So I'm interested in you actually getting what we have, which is a freedom of schedule, success with women, freedom of mind. Our emotions were liberated from the drama of women, which crushes. It crushes men. No matter what success you're going to have in business, life, if you don't get it right with women in sexual relationships, it's going to crush you at some point. Just like Jeff Bezos, just like Bill Gates, just like Kobe Bryant, just like Tiger Woods, just like Bill Clinton, just like whoever gets crushed under that. You're no different. Don't think you're different. You don't know how insidious, how deeply insidious the female agenda is. And her control and feminism in the culture. You need real game. And we're offering a lot of free value. Those clips on these accounts, free from AZD. They're coming from his class. Come and see the full-length thing. It's at 5 p.m. Pacific every day. DM me. You cannot be late. So if I get you the link somehow, you can't be late or you won't let you in. And then it's a waste. So you got to be there by 5:05 Pacific time. And then your camera has to be on as a guy. That way we know you're not a woman, you're not a child. Because no women or children allowed. Or you're not doing perverted things. Like, that's weird. Tony K, what's up? Shout out. Wisconsin IMC. So, all right, everybody. I got some business to attend to. I appreciate you giving me the time. The split training is the advanced seduction that starts today. But really, it's already started because I have these behind the scenes. They're super dope. You can't underestimate the behind the scenes. AZD's dialoguing with the guys, and he has this way of alchemy. Like, he activates your imagination, puts your attention on certain characteristics that enhance your attractiveness and your seductiveness with women. That's how he does it. Inner game becomes outer game. If you just try to learn outer game, you're going to crash because your inner game doesn't match up. It can't hold up the weight. And if you only do inner game, but you're not getting results with women, then you're really just masturbating with your mind. Because inner game that does not result in outer game is not game at all. It's just a bunch of mental mumbo jumbo. But that's what AZD does. He'll activate your personality, the part of you that's so fascinating, interesting, attractive, and seductive to women. And then he'll teach you the sound bites and the philosophies and the things to say to her and how to react in different situations. But if you don't have the right inner mentality, then the techniques are they're gonna ruin your life because you'll do it and it might work, but then you won't know what to do afterwards because you're always looking for the next technique. You need the right beingness, the internal frame of mind and the state of mind and self-image, the right frame and perspective on the situation. Then the techniques will help you learn the techniques organically. Like, if you have the right state of mind and you know how to think about the woman in the relationship, the way AZD teaches, then you learn the sound bites. The sound bites will help you find the right way of communicating. Eventually, you won't need the sound bites. You'll just have the way of being, and you'll have plenty of references for how to speak and act and whatever, so that you'll be able to organically generate your own outer game. But you need the right inner game for that. And that's what AZD's teaching, and the evidence is right there. 7 girlfriends, lives like a bachelor. Proof is in the pudding. He's got like 5 new girls or whatever. And he's honest with everybody. Everybody knows everything, and it's clean. The ethics are clean in his life. You can't hold power if you're holding secrets. Okay? Sign up in the bio. What's up? What's up, man? How you doing? Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Os.